Hello, everybody. Aiden here, and welcome into another video here on the Around the Slice Entertainment YouTube channel. So, tonight being Sunday night, we got episode 5 of HBO and HBO Max's A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So, of course, as is the case every Sunday night, right after a new episode releases, I'm here to give you my instant reaction and instant thoughts to what we just witnessed. So, based off of the ending to last week's episode, we were set up for one hell of an episode tonight / this week, and holy shit. We were promised one absolutely epic, I tell you, trial of the seven heading into tonight, and my God, this episode was perfect in every single way. Right off the bat, it picks up right where we left off last week. Everyone's divided in the environment. Everyone's screaming, everyone's yelling, everyone's going after each other. It is pure chaos to the utmost degree. No one knows what's going on. No one knows what's happening. No one knows who's who or what's what, rather, if you will. Like, the pacing, extraordinary, setting the tone for the entire episode. And clearly, Dunk is the star of the show of this episode. Star of the show of this episode, so if you will. And holy shit, his dialogue, the actor's performance, the writing, chef's kiss to the fullest degree, I tell you. Next, we head into this bit of a long, extended flashback scene that I thought was paced very beautifully and very wonderfully, per se, if you will. It was a very much needed extended flashback scene in regards to exploring the past pre-established relationship of Dunk when he was a squire in his childhood, in his teenage years, and his past, if you will, serving Sir Aaron of Penningtree. And throughout the episode, we get Sir Aaron of Penningtree, the voice coming back to Sir Dunk, get up, get up. It's like a boxer being fallen down, getting up again, boxer being fallen down over and over, getting up again. So that was some really awesome, much needed lore building between Dunk as a squire in his former teenage years with Sir Aaron in his older years, Sir Aaron of Penningtree specifically. And then it's nice to see Sir Aaron of Penningtree. His voice still remains clear motivation for Sir Dunk. Now, I want to get to the entire theme and tone of the trial of the seven, because holy shit, this is where the pure action of this episode lies. I cannot get over the editing. Maybe this is the true nerd in me coming out and just speaking here, so bear with me here, guys. But every single aspect of this episode, in terms of the technical marvels, in terms of the visuals, in terms of the editing, in terms of the acting, hell, in terms of the cinematography overall as a whole, if you will, was beautifully done. The writers, editing team, everyone involved was absolutely cooking to the fullest degree of this episode. I cannot get over how wonderfully crafted this episode was. And I'm going to say this right now. In terms of pacing, in terms of veracity, if you will, in terms of intensity, this was easily, bar none, without a doubt, the most Game of Thrones-like episode in this entire series so far. The most Game of Thrones-esque episode, if you will. It had remnants of Game of Thrones all over the place. Chaos, pure chaos, intensity, betrayal, legit gore scenes, legit blood all over the place. All of it. Just everything blended together with this episode. Pure chaos in the beginning, heading into the extended flashback scene, and then finishing with a true trial of seven. I'm not going to lie. I thought my boy Dunk was a goner there for a couple minutes. with Egg screaming, get up, get up. Egg has a clearly has an emotional, heartbroken reaction to this. I thought my boy Dunk was a goner, but we see Sir Aaron of Pennytree. That voice still remains. That voice motivates him to this day. Sir Aaron of Pennytree clearly meant a lot to Dunk, still clearly means a lot to Dunk, and we saw betrayal all over the place. It was sight unseen, perfect. And then we get to the end of the episode, classic Game of Thrones. We get an emotional character death with the prince, the heir to the throne, basically dies right in Sir Dunk's arms. Man, this episode was, oh my. This episode was by far my favorite of the entire season. That series, per se, if you will. I cannot get over whether it's the pure nerd aspects. I go back to the editing, the cinematography, the action set pieces, the pure, or whether it's the Game of Thrones themes and tones / remnants all over the place with the pure chaos, pure intensity, pure betrayal, literal backstabbing, literal and figuratively. Whether it's thinking Dunk's a goner, but then we see Sir Aaron motivate him again. I can't. This episode was so perfect. I'm going to watch it at least one more time, if not 2 or 3, multiple more times. That's how much I enjoyed it. And once again, it sticks that 35 to 40 minute runtime at most. And I think that's absolutely perfect. It didn't waste any time. Picked right back up from last week. And if this episode, if there's a finale left, which there's 6 episodes. This was the penultimate episode. By the way, what an effing penultimate episode, I must say, of television. This will go down in Game of Thrones history. This will go down in Game of Thrones lore. I can't tell you. Like, this was a truly epic trial of the 7, and I cannot express to you enough how just beautifully crafted, from present day to flashbacks to Sir Aaron stuff. Oh my freaking God. I'm trying not to swear. I'm getting so over my skis. I'm excited. If there's a finale, like, I don't know how they top this. How do they top this in a finale? Like, WTF? What the hell, man? This was a penultimate episode. How do you top this? I'm sitting here thinking, what has to go on? I'm assuming the action and set pieces will be times 1,000 in next week's episode. Like, if this was a penultimate episode, what are we in store for next week? I think it's going to be batshit crazy in terms of Game of Thrones things. I think there's going to be even more gore. I think there's going to be even more blood. I think, unfortunately for us as a viewer, if you will, there's going to be more significant character deaths. And I think Sir Dunk will rise to the top. He's already starting to by the end. We'll see how the heir to the throne, the prince, affects him, but the death, unfortunately. But yeah, man, I can't like, maybe A gets in the battle a bit next episode, or maybe next episode just kind of is kind of remnants of all the battle, what happened this week, tonight, if you will. But I don't give a shit. I don't care what they do next week. I know they're going to land the plane. I know HBO in the writing room is going to land the plane. HBO is known for their shows, and they're especially known for their wonderfully crafted finales. But if this was a finale, wash my hands of it. Jesus, we're fine. So, yeah. If this was a finale, I'd be perfectly content with it, and I would be awesome. I'm assuming this will be my favorite episode of the series. I know there's a finale next week. I just don't know how they top this shit. I really don't. It goes without saying, 100 out of 10 for this episode. 10 out of 10, perfect in every which way. Past, present, future, what's going to happen, what has happened. Game of Thrones to the core. I freaking loved it. 10 out of 10. Let me know down in the comments below. What did you like about it? Do you agree with me where I'm just sitting here and gushing over it after what I just witnessed? Jaw on the floor type shit, guys. Man, I'm trying to compose myself right now. Please follow me on Twitter at A1Gunner13 for more TV show and movie takes over there and a bunch of other fun stuff. So again, Twitter/X at A1Gunner13. Please follow me over there. We are in for one hell of a finale, but again, I don't know how they top this shit. But yeah, Thank you for the support as always. Sorry, this was a bit scatterbrained, but I have to gush over what I just witnessed. So thank you for the support as always. We are, before I forgot, I almost forgot with gushing over this shit. We always have fun and exciting new video ideas and concepts coming out on this channel on a near daily basis at this point, right? Multiple times a week at minimum, at the very least, per se. But for regular programming, you can expect we only have one more Sunday of An Area of the Seven Kingdoms, and then every Thursday night we have HBO's The Pit, and then next week season 2 of Paradise is kicking off with its 3-episode premiere of Hulu. So we're going to be kicking off and starting another review series, and that every single week here on the channel. What a night this was! What a time to be alive! I can't get over how good this was. Gushing over. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for the support as always. Goodbye.